If the House votes tonight for an early general election, my tenure as Speaker and MP will end when this Parliament ends. If the House does not so vote, I have concluded that the least disruptive and most democratic course of action would be for me to stand down at the close of business on Thursday, October the 31st.
Well, let's just go over some mechanics for this guy. If you can't tell, his bottom jaw sticks out further than his top. So when he speaks, you have to take that into consideration watching his mouth. It gives him kind of a baboonish look. But he compensates it well with his body. The grace in which he swirls around, looking at his audience.
Least disruptive, because that date will fall shortly after the votes on the Queen's speech expected on 21st and 22nd October. The week or so after that may be quite lively, and it would be best to have an experienced figure in the chair.
An experienced figure in the chair, and you see him dip down and then come back up and forward. It's like he's already has someone in mind that would fill that position. And then he goes tight-lipped on it at the end. Of course, the audience is doing their thing, so he gives them a pause moment to continue.
For that short period.
I noticed that he gave one side more eye contact on the individual that would be filling the shoes for this. And that's important. I'll go back and look.
An experienced figure in the chair for that short period.
That downward movement, looking at all of them. You see his eyeballs track back and forth, looking at everyone. And he just giving it to the one side. A metaphor works better with this than actually explaining it. It's kind of like a parent looking at the child and going, and you will clean the steps with your toothbrush. And you give pause and you look down on them. Although we can't really say that for him. He's kind of elevated in the position he's at. But you're doing it to teach a lesson. Because whatever has happened to that porch or sidewalk or whatever, a broom gave too much ease to the lesson, so it was never learned in the parent's mind. But a toothbrush will definitely teach a lesson. And apparently the right side, or to his right, needs a lesson. Bad. Behave yourselves.
Most democratic, because it will mean that a ballot is held when all members have some knowledge.
Power words. They're the words that actually have meaning. So the words that have meaning for him: ballot, knowledge. I should put some in there as well, some knowledge, because that itself just says you have no knowledge, so you need at least some, but you won't have all. And because he's turning his body and giving the power words to one side, it says the other side doesn't need to learn the lesson, nor do they need the because. They're whole. Their knowledge is whole. The other side's knowledge is not.
Of the candidates, this is far preferable.
So you see him go to the other side. This is, the non-words. And then he comes back over to the other side to give the meaningful power words. That's who he's talking to with that.
To a contest at the beginning of a parliament when new MPs will not be similarly informed and may find themselves vulnerable to undue institutional influence.
And then you see the power words go to the one side. I am the parent. You must learn your lessons. Gives it a giant period with the scream down and his jaws sticking out and going tight. And that's about all that was really interesting as far as this whole spiel of him leaving.
If you'd like to learn more about analysing body language, there is a video course available on Mandy's website for Gold subscribers, where Mandy teaches more about her techniques of deception detection. There's also other content such as the Crime series and Interesting Minds series, available to both Gold and Silver subscribers.
If you like it, please share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.